experts are also worried about urban runoff and the potential impact on marine life in the Monterey Bay, and they are already testing the water. Action News reporter Bianca Beltran has more on those test results.
Well, Aaron, when it rains, the health department advises people to stay away from the beaches for a few days because the ocean can be contaminated from that urban runoff. Today we took a look at where the rainwater goes and what it carries with it.
Rain, a much-needed resource in drought-stricken California. But with rain comes urban runoff.
Think of this ball as trash, pet waste or other chemicals that end up in the streets. These things can easily end up in the gutter and catch a ride with the water.
Unlike wastewater, much of the rain goes down city storm drains and flows out to the ocean untreated.
Urban runoff can be any number of things.
For the past 15 years, volunteers have collected samples from storm drain outfalls across the Central Coast. Last year's tests found copper is making its way into the National Marine Sanctuary.
Copper is highly toxic to the marine environment, and it's a common additive into our brake pads. So we see the highest copper concentrations usually at the bottoms of big hills. And here along the peninsula we have some big hills. We have lots of tourists. So we see a lot more copper in our outfalls, probably based upon that kind of influence.
Some problems are harder to fix than others, but the data from the tests inform cities about what can be done to improve water quality. Other pollutants like bacteria are easier to prevent.
You should really look around your property and try and clean things up, because once that rain falls, it resuspends those dog poops or those cat poops or that paint or those other chemicals, and so that will then create a problem out in the ocean as well.
Now, overall, the studies show that the water quality in the Monterey Bay has improved since 2007, and much of this is credited to preventative measures such as street sweeping or cleaning out the sewers during the dry season. Now, some cities are looking at different ways to intervene when it comes to urban runoff, such as redirecting the stormwater to the sewer, but those types of plans can be costly and require big changes in infrastructure. Aaron?
All right, Bianca, thank you. Most recent water samples were taken from storm drains on November 2nd. So we should have those test results back in 2 to 3 weeks.